rise, ladies and gentlemen. Her Excellency President Tsai Ing-wen, His Excellency President Kabua have arrived.
奏马绍尔群岛共和国国歌。
The national anthem of the Republic of the Marshall Islands.
总统赠勋马绍尔群岛共和国总统柯布亚阁下采玉大勋章仪式开始。
The ceremony to confer the Order of Brilliant Jade with Grand Cordon upon President Kabua will now begin.
宣读颂词。马绍尔群岛共和国总统柯布亚阁下为杰出之政治家，才游卓越，志虑恢宏。柯布亚总统阁下为中华民国台湾之挚友，致力促进两国间之友好合作关系，维护双边邦谊不遗余力，成效斐然，深为中华民国台湾政府及人民所感佩。中华民国台湾政府依据勋章条例第3条之规定，经总统明令，特赠柯布亚总统采玉大勋章一座，以表彰其卓越贡献。中华民国111年3月22日于台北。
Citation: His Excellency David Kabua, President of the Republic of the Marshall Islands, is an outstanding statesman of profound erudition and great vision, who has devoted himself to promoting cordial relations and close cooperation between the Republic of the Marshall Islands and the Republic of China, Taiwan. President Kabua's remarkable contributions have earned him the sincere gratitude of the people and government of the Republic of China, Taiwan. In recognition of President Kabua's extraordinary achievements, the government of the Republic of China, Taiwan, in accordance with the provisions of Article 3 of the statute governing the award of decorations, and by presidential decree, hereby confers upon President Kabua the Order of Brilliant Jade with Grand Cordon, given in Taipei on the 22nd day of the third month of the 111th year of the Republic of China, Taiwan, corresponding to the 22nd day of March of the year 2022 in the Gregorian calendar.
恭请蔡总统赠勋。
President Tsai will now confer the Order of Brilliant Jade with Grand Cordon upon President Kabua.
两国总统一同合影。
We now welcome President Tsai and President Kabua to join for a photo.
蔡总统致辞，请柯布亚总统及各位贵宾就座。
President Tsai will now deliver her remarks. President Kabua, ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
马绍尔群岛共和国柯布亚总统阁下伉俪，各位访团贵宾，赖清德副总统、辜宽敏资政、艾瑞琼大使，以及现场所有的贵宾和同仁，大家好。
Your Excellency David Kabua, President of the Republic of the Marshall Islands, and Mrs. Kabua, distinguished members of the delegation, Vice President Lai Ching-te, Senior Advisor Ku Kwan-ming, Your Excellency Thongthep Edwards, Ambassador of the Marshall Islands, dear guests and colleagues, good afternoon.
各位，过去5年多来，马绍尔群岛是我就任总统后第一个拜访的太平洋友邦，更访问过2次。还记得第2次访问就是在3年前的3月。今天很高兴在同样的季节，能够接待来自马绍尔群岛的各位好朋友。
The Marshall Islands was the first diplomatic ally in the Pacific that I visited after taking office more than 5 years ago. In fact, I have visited twice. I recall that my second visit took place in March 3 years ago. Today, I'm very pleased to receive our dear friends from the Marshall Islands at just the same time of the year. A very warm welcome to all of you.
除了诚挚的欢迎各位访问台湾，刚刚透过颁赠采玉大勋章，我要代表台湾人民感谢柯布亚总统阁下大力增进两国的邦谊，也坚定支持台湾的国际参与。
Aside from welcoming President Kabua, I also have just conferred upon President Kabua the Order of Brilliant Jade with Grand Cordon. I presented this honor on behalf of the people of Taiwan to thank President Kabua for his tremendous efforts in advancing the diplomatic friendship between our countries and for his unwavering support for Taiwan's international participation.
总统阁下在去年联合国大会中曾公开呼吁联合国必须终结对台湾参与的可耻沉默，为台湾仗义直言，我和台湾人民都敏感在心。
Indeed, at last year's United Nations General Assembly, President Kabua publicly urged the United Nations to put an end to its shameful silence in excluding Taiwan. Both I and the people of Taiwan were deeply grateful for these righteous words.
我们也期待我们两国持续在国际上相互扶持，在国家发展上紧密合作。
We look forward to continued mutual support in the international community and to close cooperation on matters of national development.
过去2次我访问马绍尔群岛的时候，陆续推动双方在教育及妇女妇权领域的合作。现在柯布亚总统阁下的领导之下，今年初两国政府已经启动马国妇女创业小额贷款循环基金，让双方合作更进一步。
During my 2 visits to the Marshall Islands, I promoted bilateral cooperation in such areas as education and women's empowerment. Under the leadership of President Kabua, at the beginning of this year, our government launched the Women Business Startup Small Loan Revolving Fund, further advancing bilateral endeavors.
我们相信，透过多元交流及互动，台湾和马绍尔群岛将共同开创更宽广的合作领域，并且成为太平洋区域重要的稳定力量。最后，我要祝福两国邦谊历久弥新，携手创造繁荣发展。
We believe that through diverse exchanges and interactions, Taiwan and the Marshall Islands will open up even more areas for cooperation and jointly serve as a key stabilizing force throughout the Pacific region. In closing, I wish our nations everlasting friendship as we strive to create prosperity and development together. Thank you.
加拉曼，科莫塔塔。
柯布亚总统致辞，请蔡总统就座。
President Kabua will now deliver his remarks. Madam President, please be seated.
Your Excellency, President Tsai, Vice President Lai, Secretary General Lee to the President, Secretary General Hu of the National Security Council, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister Wu, Minister Poro, Council of Indigenous Peoples, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Yahweh, 大家好。
蔡英文总统阁下、赖清德副总统阁下、李大为秘书长阁下、顾立雄秘书长阁下、外交部长吴钊燮阁下、人民会主委伊江巴鲁尔阁下、各位贵宾、拉奎，大家好。
Excellency, allow me to convey warm greetings of Marshallese Yahweh, which basically translates to "You are rainbow." Ni hao, and to thank Your Excellency for the gracious words of welcome this afternoon. I also wish to express my sincere gratitude to the gracious hospitality accorded to me and my delegations since our arrival in this beautiful country.
刚刚用亚奎问候大家，在马绍尔语呢，这是您是彩虹的意思。也请容我用国语向总统阁下说您好。谢谢您对我诚挚的赠勋致辞的内容，也谢谢您在我与访团抵台至今给予我们诸多的款待。
Excellency, despite the vast ocean that separates our two countries and peoples, we shared rich traditions and glorious cultures dating back thousands of years, tied to our common Austronesian heritage. Therefore, it comes as no surprise that our common affinities and close people-to-people relationship have brought us closer than ever before. Nearly 24 years ago, in November of 1998, diplomatic relations between the Republic of the Marshall Islands and the Republic of China, Taiwan, were formally established by ROC's Taiwan's own first popularly elected president, Dr. Lee Teng-hui, and our country's second president, who is my uncle, late uncle, and President and Hiroshima David Kabua.
总统阁下，即便贵我两国隔着汪洋大海，我们仍共享着历史千年、既悠久又丰富的南岛文化， 因此，两国人民自然而然的紧密连结，使得两国关系更加密切。近24年前的1998年11月，马绍尔群岛共和国与中华民国台湾由当时贵国第一任全民直选的总统顾前总统李登辉先生，以及我国的第二任总统，也是我已故的叔父David Kabua先生，缔结正式的邦交关系。
Excellency, the Republic of the Marshall Islands strongly affirms our close relationship with Taiwan. This lasting friendship between our free and democratic nations remain unshakable. A testament to this is the recent adoption of a unanimous resolution by our Parliament, the Nidijala, reiterating the unwavering support of the government and people of the Republic of the Marshall Islands to the Republic of China, Taiwan. And as peoples, as independent nations, as most importantly, as lasting friends, we have shared values and commitments, and no matter the challenges, our two democracies will continue on this path of a common future together. The warmth and perseverance of the Republic of China, Taiwan, and her people as a sovereign and democratic nation continues to serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration for peoples and nations around the world.
总统阁下，马绍尔群岛共和国坚守与台湾的关系，我们两个自由民主的国家之间的友谊也坚若磐石。马绍尔的国会最近全票通过了决议，重申马绍尔对中华民国台湾坚定的支持，为我两国作为两个独立国家以及两个老朋友，有着共同的价值与理念。无论艰难，我们两个民主国家必定持续走向共同的未来。中华民国台湾及其人民的温暖与毅力，使得台湾作为民主与主权国家，持续作为全世界各个国家以及所有全世界人民的希望灯塔以及启发的典范。
Excellency, the COVID-19 pandemic has highlighted to the international community why it is so critical that the world moves towards inclusiveness and enclosures, that no one is left behind. ROC Taiwan has, since the global pandemic, proved and shown exemplary leadership and resilience to the pandemic, and continues to provide assistance to nations worldwide who are suffering from the consequences of COVID-19. Taiwan's leadership in the international platform deserves to be acknowledged in this day and age when our common humanity stands at the brink of collapse and the future is uncertain. It is incumbent to all of us to do our part to preserve, protect, and promote our shared ideals of democracy, freedom, human rights, and the rule of law. I believe that unless we are able to safeguard these most basic tenets, our common future cannot be assured. There is an old Marshallese adage. It goes like this: An pilingling koba kaman lamedo, which translates to many drops together make a mighty ocean. This means that every nation, regardless of size, wealth, and or standing in the world, must be allowed to contribute to our common global humanity. The Republic of China, Taiwan, too, must be given every opportunity to be a contributing member of the international community of nations, especially the United Nations. We reiterate our message that this shameful silence must end. Excellency, I firmly believe, I'm sorry, I need to stop for the translator.
疫情中的国际社会尤其应该强调兼容并蓄，不能遗留任何人。中华民国台湾从疫情爆发以来，再三展现非凡的领导能力与坚韧不拔，更持续向全世界伸出援手。因此，台湾应受到世界的肯定。如今世界局势充满不确定性，更需要我们所有人共同保护并强化民主、自由、人权与法治的共同价值。我相信，唯有保护最根本的价值，才能守护我们共同的未来。在马绍尔有一句名言：“滴水汇集，方成大海。”这句话象征着，无论国家的大小贫富，只要团结，都能够对全世界、全人类都有所贡献。台湾也不例外。基于此精神，我们再次向联合国重申，对台湾可耻的沉默该结束了。
Excellency, I firmly believe that Taiwan's 20.6 million people deserve to participate in regional and international forums, including the specialized agencies of the United Nations, such as the World Health Organization, the World Trade Organization, the International Civil Aviation Organizations, and any other agency of the UN that it chooses to participate in. The Republic of the Marshall Islands will not rest in its advocacy for ROC Taiwan's recognition and inclusion.
我相信，台湾2360万人民有权利参加区域及国际的会议跟组织，包括世界卫生组织、世界贸易组织、世界民航组织等联合国的所属专责机构。台湾只要有意参加，都应有权利参加。对于中华民国台湾的承认与纳入，马绍尔群岛共和国将不遗余力持续支持。
Excellency, in our talks this afternoon, we have committed to enhance and deepen bilateral relations. While our two countries have an engaging relationship, there are opportunities for expansion in the areas of infrastructure development, agricultural support for food security, cultural collaboration, close people-to-people exchanges, and a wide range of others, including but not limited to trade and investment, tourism, renewable energy, health, transportation, education, as well as climate change efforts.
在先前的对话中，我们承诺将会深化双边的关系，贵我两国有诸多可以扩展的合作领域，诸如基础建设、农业技术、粮食安全、文化合作等，还有民间交流。那也更包括了贸易投资、再生能源、公共卫生、交通运输、观光、教育以及气候变迁。
Excellency, the Republic of the Marshall Islands is a proud member of the Austronesian Forum. I understand that from the Executive Council meeting of 2021, Austronesian Forum, it was decided that the RMI, or Republic of Marshall Islands, will host the next Austronesian Forum this year. And we are immensely grateful for the opportunity to host and certainly look forward to further exchange of cultural views with Taiwan and other like-minded countries. Furthermore, we are most happy to hear that the Council of Indigenous People has approved the opening of a sub-office for the Austronesian Forum in the Marshall Islands.
总统阁下，马绍尔群岛共和国是南岛论坛的成员。去年的执行委员会决议，2021年决议，由我们马绍尔群岛共和国主办今年的南岛论坛。对此，我们十分的感谢，也期待能够在论坛当中与台湾以及理念相近的国家进行文化交流。此外，我也很乐见原住民族委员会也将在马绍尔设立南岛论坛的办事处。
Excellency, over the years, you have managed to grace us with your presence into our humble shores on more than one occasion. And I am confident that during those visits, you witnessed our broad culture, our future aspirations, as well as our vulnerability. And as a low-lying highland nation, we have no higher ground, and climate change impacts are a severe threat to our future. Future projections of sea level rise threatens our security and survival, and we are already experiencing loss and damage impacts to our local communities. We have had no choice but to fight for stronger international awareness and ambition to force action on climate change. And in this fight, we stand shoulder to shoulder with other island nations, including ROC Taiwan, and many other of our closest friends. The Marshall Islands is proud of Taiwan's leadership on clean energy and welcome your strong action to address your own emission. We all must play a part. We look forward to cooperating closely with the Republic of China, Taiwan, to continue to combat the devastating impacts and existential threat caused by climate change.
总统阁下，您过去不止来访我国一次，相信您见证了我国的文化、我国对未来的憧憬以及我们自然环境的脆弱。作为环礁海岛国家，气候变迁对我国冲击尤其严重，海平面的上升更威胁着我们的生存。我们因此别无选择，向国际社会大声疾呼，敦促各国对气候变迁的重视。我们与其他岛国，包括中华民国台湾，也团结站在一起。同时，马绍尔也肯定台湾对绿能、减排等工作的努力与成就。我们期待持续与中华民国台湾合作，一同对抗气候变迁。
Excellency, my visit provided us with the unique opportunity for an exchange of views on current international affairs, as well as our bilateral relations. I am proud of our achievements and am hopeful that my visit will serve as a springboard to enhance relations through ensuring partnership between our two countries and a prosperous future together.
此次来访提供了独特的机会，就国际事务、双边关系进行交流。两国的合作成就是我感到自豪的事。希望透过我此次来访，能够再进一步促进两国邦谊的持续深化，影响共同繁荣的未来。
President Tsai, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on this optimistic note, please join me in raising a toast.
总统阁下、各位贵宾、各位先生、女士，请容我一同跟大家进行庆贺。